everybody. Welcome to NorCal Sports Network. And this is the same hat that Brock Purdy's dad wears. Chat loves it when Marty Lurie comes on.
Anytime you lose a game this time of year, when you can't go backwards, it's a problem.
All right, everybody, welcome on in. NorCal Sports Network. Giants, the resilient Giants. Boy, two badly needed wins after blowing a couple in the start of the series, and they come back and get the split. Big time win today. Giants 3, Padres 2. We'll talk about it, break it all down. Let us first thank our sponsor of the show, Chapman Law Group. Chapman Law Group, located in Marin, licensed all of California. Give Chapman Law Group a call for all your legal matters, especially if you've got a personal injury situation. Don't settle with an insurance company before calling Chapman Law Group. 415-613-9483. Big Giants fans and proud sponsors of the NorCal Sports Network. Make sure you let them know NorCal Sports Network told you to call. All right. Guys, what a win today. The Giants get it done 3-2. The big hit coming from Dominic Smith, who went 3 for 4 today. The Giants in the last 2 games have got wins by the 2 new guys that have come up. First, it was Daniel Johnson on Wednesday night. Today, it's Dominic Smith, who goes 3 for 4. Gets the big ground rule double that brings in basically the winning runs there early in the ball game. After the Giants had given up a 2-run homer, they bounce right back and put up 3. And give them credit. Give the Giants credit. They put 3 up in the bottom of the third. The only mistake today that Robbie Ray made was the hanger to Machado, and he didn't miss it. But the Giants get it done. Their pitching is really top notch, and they only scored 3 runs. So it's now 17 games. They've scored 4 runs or more once in 17 games, and the Giants win the ball game and move to 35-28, 19-11 at home. Padres are 35-26. So Giants have same win column, but 2 more losses. So the Giants sit a game behind the Padres, 3 back of the Dodgers, who rallied for 3 in the bottom of the 8th down in Chavez Ravine to beat the Mets. Giants could have moved within 2 today, but Robert will take 1 run as long as they win, right? Yeah, the big yard saved us. Yeah, saved us a couple times, a couple of big hits by the Padres. But then again, the big yard also cost us a little bit too on the Jung-Hoo Lee. But you know what? And I thought Willie Adames, he hit one that would have been, might have been out in some ballparks on the sac fly. But hey, the ballpark is what it is, right? Yep. Bryce Eldridge tonight hits a grand slam. It was not his first AAA game, though, Brian. He played yesterday in AAA, and I believe got a hit yesterday. But, he hit a grand slam tonight. In fact, I was watching that game and pushed the show back to 8:10 instead of 8 because don't know if you guys got a chance to see the fantastic finish in the NBA Finals, but Therese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers do it again on the road. These first game heroics of the Pacers is getting crazy, and they win it on a shot with 0.3 seconds to go, coming back from double digits late in the fourth quarter, and still they managed to pull it off with less than 5 minutes to go. The Indiana Pacers were down. What was the score there? I'll tell you in just a second, because then we'll get right back to baseball. But this was a really a thriller of a game. 111 to 110 was the final. And just with about 3 minutes left in the game, it was 106 to 98. So it was an 8-point lead. And then Indiana just kept closing and closing, but they wouldn't go away. I mean, they couldn't put them away. Yeah. I think they opened the quarter with a 9-point lead. They had it as much as 12 in the 89-76. They were up by 13. And then bang, those resilient Indiana Pacers. But guys, a great showing today for the Giants pitching staff again. Got a little hairy in the ninth. I got a phone call coming. I'll have to let that go because I'm live and I don't have anybody to take over. Dan, are you impressed with AAA stats? You're not facing Webb or Ray. Well, you're not, no, they're not as good as solid pitching as what you're seeing up at the top. Yeah, speaking of Webb and Ray, both of them probably top 5 right now in the Cy Young race. They're 2 of the top, maybe 3-4 pitchers in the National League. We're getting to all-star time, guys. And if I was picking all-stars, I think the Giants right now would get Logan Webb and Ray. I think both of them deserve to make it. Randy Rodriguez might have a case. I think that's about it. I don't think Ramos makes it this year with the outfield. It's a logjam in the National League. I mean, you got James Wood. You got Pete Crow Armstrong. You got, oh, man, I'd have to look it up, but there's the stats are pretty good for some of the guys in the National League. If you look at, you got Shohei, which will be the DH, but you got Schwarber, having a great year. Corbin Carroll having a great year. I mentioned James Wood. Going to be tough for Ramos to make it, I think, with the outfield in the National League. But I like Webb and Ray for sure. Those 2 guys, probably Ray 1, Webb 2, Randy Rodriguez 3. Robert asks, which closers am I confident with? I'm pretty confident with, obviously, Rodriguez. I feel pretty good about Tyler Rogers out there. And I feel pretty, not too bad with Duvall. I mean, I think Duvall's, as long as he's hitting if he can get both pitches over, he's fine. I don't feel really good about Ryan Walker and Eric Miller right now. Those are the 2 guys that kind of make me nervous in the bullpen. But Giants get it done, guys. Pete Crow Armstrong, absolutely. I really think the Giants, these 2 games, if the Giants somehow hang in there and, make a run for the playoffs, you're going to look back at this series and say this was critical. They could have lost all 4. They could have won all 4. Really. That's how close this series was. All 4 games were 1-run games. I think that's maybe one of the first times I can recall of all 4 games in a 4-game series being all 1-run games decided by 1 run. My ratings are going down. I don't have as many. Hey, when they lose, everybody fills up the room, man. What's going on? Where's all the winners? Come on. You guys, Giants win and you don't show up. You lose. And they all want to show up. Giants 35-28. And if we look at the actual standings, I don't know if the Cardinals played today. Let me take a peek here. St. Louis lost if they played today. It says they lost their last game. Let me take a look at the scoreboard. St. Louis Cardinals. Yeah, they played. They lost to Kansas City 7-5. I think they had a doubleheader today because of rain. Let me see. What was the first game? Oh, they split. They won the first game 6-5 and lost the nightcap. So looking at the standings, Giants should be a half game ahead of them. Then if that's the case, let's take a peek. We'll pull it up together. I think the Giants might be the third wild card, a half game ahead of the Cardinals, because let's take a look. Yeah, half game. Giants are a half game, 34-28 for the Cards, 35-28 for the Giants. Season ends today. The Giants are facing the third best team. Let's see who that would be. In the National League, they would be the 6th seed. And the Giants would be facing 603. They'd be facing the Dodgers. How's that? They'd be facing the Dodgers. So right now, the Mets have the best, or the Cubs have the best record in the National League by just a half game. So they're bunched together. Giants are right in there, though. Only 3 out. My stars of the game today. Who are my 3 stars of the game I'm going to go with? I think I am going to go with I think I'll go with my first star, Robbie Ray. Gave up the one mistake, pitched great, 7 innings. Come on, get out of here. 7 innings for Robbie Ray today, and he was very efficient, threw 101 pitches, 71 of them strikes. So 70% of his pitches were strikes. Only 1 base on ball, 9 Ks. Robbie Ray's my first star of the game. My second star of the game is Dominic Smith, who goes 3 for 4, makes a nice play at first base where he has to kind of dive and touch first base to avoid a possible collision. Gets the game-winning 2-out, or not 2-out, but the double, the ground rule double, knocks in 2. And my third player of the game is who do I want to go with? I could go with Chapman, who got a couple of hits. I can go with Fitzgerald, who made a great leaping catch. But I'm going to go with Duvall. Wasn't pretty. Gave up a couple hits, but he got it done. He got the job done. And you know what I like about seeing Duvall? I saw him jump off the mound with some emotion. That tells me he's into it. So that was nice to see. So Ray won, Smith, and you could go Rodriguez. I'm going to go Duvall just because he's really faltered in that position before, and he was able to strike out the guy, and you could see the excitement. So those are my guys. Anyway, make sure you guys hit that like button if you would, as you're in the show there watching. Just hit the like button. That would be great. I'm kind of tired tonight. I've got a lot going on physically. I've been in a lot of back pain, and sitting here hurts. So what I'm going to do is open it up and have anybody wants to come in and join. You can join the show, give your thoughts on today's game. And I'm going to go ahead and put that link right in the chat. So you can, once I get it in there we go. All right, you guys, whoever wants to pop right in. we'll go pretty quickly tonight. I'm in just really wiped out. Get my late night smoothie. Yeah, thanks, Harish. Yeah, I got a herniated disc, which is killing my back. It's a pinched nerve, and my whole left leg feels like I got shot. Very, very sore. It is not pleasant, and it flares up, and right now it's really acting up on me. Sully says he only comes on when the Giants win. All right, there we go. Exactly. I'm like Humpty Dumpty lately. Yeah. Hip surgery. Now I got back surgery 2 weeks from today. So it's going to be I had an epidural last night or yesterday afternoon. So hopefully it'll take effect. It hasn't done anything yet. Yeah, too many field goals. Exactly. Too much running. Yeah. So how about the Braves today? Brian says are coming at the right time. Was watching that game. They were playing an early game this morning. They were up 10-4 going into the ninth inning, and they gave up 7 runs. The Diamondbacks scored 7 runs in the ninth. Man, that club can hit. That club has got a lot of hitters. 7 runs, and they lose it 11-10. Braves are on their flight right now. Probably getting close to landing or already landed in San Francisco. That's got to be a tough flight. They got swept by the Arizona Diamondbacks and lose after being up. The Diamondbacks had a 0.2% chance of winning that game going into the ninth inning. 0.2, and they got it done. The Diamondbacks are now 31-31. Braves are 27-34. Giants could put some real distance between them and the Braves if they swept the Braves. Hey, and the Giants have the pitching to do so. You're getting Birdsong and see, the rotation is, what was it? Birdsong, Roop, and Webb, I think. Let me look. Pitching matchups for, I know tomorrow is Birdsong and Schwellenbach. That'll be a good one. Birdsong and Schwellenbach. Saturdays for the Braves is Elder against Webb. And then Sunday, it is Landon Roop against Spencer Strider. So some good pitching matchups this weekend. So be fun to go out to the yard. Should be fun. So, yeah, it sounds like something the Giants would do, give up 7. Boy, that was rough watching it if you're a Braves fan. This is really good. This is peanut butter and banana with almond milk. And really tasty. Anyway, I think when Verlander returns, it all depends on how Harrison. I think Harrison gets another start on next Tuesday. Is that when the Giants, they have Monday off, right? Let me look at their schedule. Yeah, they got Monday off, and then they go to Colorado. So Harrison, Tuesday, see how he does. I would think if he doesn't pitch well in Colorado, then they'll bring Verlander back for Harrison. and we'll see what happens there. So, yep. Okay. I put the link in there, guys. If anybody wants to come in and join, feel free to join. This was a really, really good win for the Giants. They showed, I got on them pretty hard. I think the addition of Dominic Smith is pretty important. Why do I say that? Is he's a better hitter than Wade for average. He's got a little bit more pop, I think, than Wade. And I always remembered him at times with the Mets, coming up with some big hits. And so I think that improves the offense. I like the kid, Daniel Johnson, his speed. Man, the guy can absolutely fly, can he? He really gets down the base pass. So we'll see what, in 9 seasons, Smith's a 246 hitter. So I think he's a little more consistent than Wade. I don't think he's going to go into prolonged slumps and then, super hot streaks. I think he's just more of a little bit more consistent type hitter. So we'll see how he does. Call Buster and apologize for what? Over one game? I mean, come on. I think Johnson's going to be okay. He's going to have speed. I don't know how much he's going to produce. He hasn't made it in the major leagues. He's been in the minor leagues for a long time, 9 seasons in the minors. So we'll see how he does. He's going to be 30 next month. The kid Smith, I think he's a holdover. Dominic Smith, he'll hold over the fort until Eldridge gets here. But again, it's not a bad move in the sense that it's fills the gap for now. Fills the gap. I don't know if the Giants are going to try and make a trade, involving Yaz or anything like that, or some pitching. I just don't know if they have, it's kind of tough to trade with teams in June when teams are not wanting to trade guys in June because they can get a bidding war going at the end of the trade, near the trade deadline. So we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I think Harrison will probably go back to the pen. I would agree. So Bill says, I don't think he liked the banana and peanut butter combo. Yeah, Braves could be sellers if they keep falling apart. That's another reason the Giants need to put them away, get them some distance so they do sell off. The Braves have some pieces that the Giants could maybe use. Guys like Osuna, who's going to be a free agent. He could be a possibility. Marcell Ozuna. They've got, well, I don't know what else they may have. Oh, you know what? If you want a catcher that hits a little better, maybe you could make a deal with the Braves for Tom Murphy. He's got a bigger contract, but maybe you can throw in Jordan Hicks and you can kind of unload salary, kind of like the DeSclafani and the Haniger trade for Robbie Ray, split salaries. Maybe the Braves would take Hicks back since their bullpen super imploded today, and it's been imploding all year. Maybe Jordan Hicks, they take that 2.5 years remaining, and the Giants take the bulk of what Murphy's owed. And then, you got a backup catcher from the right side. You can actually platoon Murphy and Bailey and keep Bailey fresher. Murphy's a good receiver. Olsen, I would love for first base. That would be great. Give me Matt Olson. I don't think the Braves are ready to move off of him, but you never know. So, guys, I didn't see anybody come on in today, but it's let's take a look at the Giants. Why don't we take a look at their the standings one more time? We'll take a look at that, and then we'll take a peek at the schedule, and then we'll get out of here. I took a muscle relaxer too. I'm fading. I'm tired. Yankees running away, not really running away, but have a decent cushion this early, 5.5 games over the Rays and Blue Jays. Red Sox are really falling on hard times. That might be a team that sells. You got Duran. I heard Bregman might get dealt because he could opt out after this year. Alex Bregman, would you take him for a half a year and put him at second base? Tigers, really a best bet record in baseball, 41-23. Look at those Detroit Tigers. And Twins, Guardians, and Royals all over 500. In the West, the Astros and Mariners fighting it out. I think Texas may be there still at the end. I don't think the Angels or A's are ready for prime time. Mets and Phillies, look at that. The Nationals in third place. I'm going to have to move the hat, change the hat. And then you got the Cubbies, and the Cardinals are surprising everybody. The Brewers are kind of a little bit of a surprise to me. Cincinnati, I would think they'd be a little bit better than that. Pittsburgh, I thought would be better. But the West, look at the Dodgers are not running away with anything. Their pitching's been a mess. They've had a lot of injuries. But, 4 teams, 6.5 games apart. So there you go with the standings. Early season awards for the Giants. Who would you say the Giants MVP is for the and then who's I think their MVP right now is probably Ramos, and then if you wanted to throw in Ray and Webb, you could do that as well. But if we keep it offensively and defensively, I think their pitching has been stellar. The pitching has been led by really the whole starting staff's been great, but Ray and Webb, Roop's pitched well, but the bullpen has been Randy Rodriguez and Duvall and Tyler Rogers, and I said Rodriguez, Rodriguez, Tyler Rogers, Duvall. There's one other one I'm missing. Not drawing a blank, but they have looked good. But they've got some real holes, as we talked about. Giants, Mark Graves said, if they scored 4 runs a game, they'd have 49 wins. As it is, the Giants have, that's just baseball, though. You're going to lose some, win some, but the Giants definitely right now are, we looked at their record, they're 35-28. There's no doubt in my mind if they hit better, they'd be about 40-23. They'd have 5 more wins, but that means 5 less losses. 40-23, that would put them in first place. I think that's where the Giants definitely, if they got hitting, we'll see what they do. I know Buster's not happy with the offense the way it's going, and you had to do something. As I mentioned last night, you had to do something to get this thing up and going. You couldn't just continue with Lamont Wade. The answer, I think as long as this weekend you got Schwellenbach, as I mentioned, Elder, and Strider. So I think the key is on Saturday they got Elder going. Elder is all three of them are righties. So you're probably going to see, do you see Yaz sit more? Do you see this Johnson kid get playing time? I wouldn't mess with it if they won the last two games. Why not? Just put the same lineup out there. Yeah, Matthews, Brian Wilson with his beard. Yeah. So it's really a team that's going to have to put, the fact that they're staying together is good. Give credit to the guys, the clubhouse, the coaching staff, they're keeping this team together. This is a team that, after losing up 2-0 and blowing the game Tuesday night, this is a team that really could have come out and folded the next 2 days. And they down 5-0 Tuesday night. They bounce back and win, or last night, and then come back and win today. Really shows that there's some character in the clubhouse. So we'll see. Matthew, who's down in Atlanta and knows the Braves pretty well, says Elder isn't very good. Strider got lit up his last start. I'd bet on the Giants winning the series 2-1. Yeah, Johnny Cesari says, hey, smash that like button and sub. There we go, guys. Hey, we didn't get anybody to join in tonight. I am wiped out. Like I said, I just took a muscle relaxer earlier because I'm just so much pain. And the muscle relaxer is starting to make me groggy. So I'm going to end the show right here. But definitely wanted to come on. We'll come back on tomorrow night. Late one tomorrow, probably about 10 o'clock. Ball game starts at 7:15. Is it another Apple Friday night game? Let me look. I bet it is. Is it a Friday night Apple game? MLB Network. I guess that means, it doesn't say Apple, but I'm not sure. No, it's not Apple. MLB Network. Okay. So it's not on Apple this week. All right. So very good. Let's see what else we got in the chat before we get out of here. Senior says Eldridge will be up soon. He thinks he's coming up the weekend against the A's in Sacramento, July 4th weekend. That's a possibility. I'm predicting August, after the trade deadline, is when I think Eldridge comes up. So we'll see. Yeah, the ball doesn't carry as much at night there with that damp air. So appreciate it, Philip. I do. I'm just wiped out. Yeah, it's been a long time I've been dealing. Well, not a long time, but since May 9th, it feels like it. This pain has just been brutal. But anyway, guys, yeah, the Braves pin's just been so bad. We'll see how this goes. Lou is at the Bill says, where's Lou? Lou is at the racetracks in New York for the Belmont. He's going to the Belmont. So he gets there a few days early, and then he'll be back. I'm not sure if he'll be back Sunday or Monday. But guys, thanks for your comments. Appreciate you being here. Make sure you do go ahead and hit that like button on the way out. We get to 5,000 subs. Make sure you're a sub, and we'll do a little contest. You'll have to be present to win that. It will, and we'll spin the little wheel of fortune with the numbers on it, and we'll get that going. And once we do that, we'll be giving away a signed autographed jersey of Elliot Ramos. So appreciate that, guys. Have yourself a great evening, and we'll do it again tomorrow night. Giants win it. Exciting. The fact that they won 3-2. Still a little bit rough to watch with the lack of hitting, but the pitching is exceptional. Hopefully they can carry it on. They've got 99 more games in the season. And, we forgot to put our little bracket up here. The Giants now 35-28. Oops, let me take that down. I got to edit it. That's what I meant to do, and I was doing that. Okay, so the Giants are back to 500 since the 8-1 start. They are 27-27. So really, really want to see that record to be when they get to what they played 54 games since the 8-1 start. So maybe another 21 games when they're at 75 games. They played 54, give them another 21. After 75 games, I think the Giants should be 40 and 35. How's that? 40 and 35. So if they can go 13-8 over the next 21, be 40 and 35, that would push them up 12 games over 500. That would be pretty good. That would be pretty good. What do you think? So I saw you on your no, that wasn't you. I was thinking of something else. I saw something on Twitter today. A lot of crazy stuff on Twitter today. But guys, thank you for being tonight. And let's go get them tomorrow, Giants. Let's see if we can get that thing minimum. Giants got to be 29-28 after this weekend. Wouldn't it be nice on Sunday to see that say 30-27? So, yeah, it was a wild day today in the world, not just the world of sports. A lot of weird, crazy stuff happening out there, guys. But that's why we come on here and talk sports, so we don't have to deal with all the crazy stuff out there. Sounds like I'm getting drunk, huh? I'm just I'm starting to lose my voice. I think I'm just wiped out. I didn't sleep at all last night. Literally, I haven't been asleep since the night before. I had the steroid injection gives you insomnia. So I literally was up all night long and haven't been to sleep all day today either. So I'm looking forward to a good night's sleep. All right, everybody. Thanks for being here again. Really appreciate you guys. Have yourself a wonderful Friday. We'll be back here tomorrow night about 10 o'clock. All right. So you guys go enjoy your weekend too. All right. Take care, everybody.